Hi, I'm Lady Rhonda, and I am a former florist shop owner and a retired project manager. And I'm here today to show you how you can take these grocery store flowers that I purchased today and make them a beautiful arrangement for your Thanksgiving table. So to get started, we have a container this is just a tray that I picked up from the dollar store for $1.25, and some wet floral foam. And I have some water in this dish that has floral food in it that you pick up when you buy your bouquets anywhere, really. This was at the grocery store. And I had 3 of these, so I put 2 dissolved in this water. Make sure that you don't have any clumps. Go ahead and stir it around really well, because clumps will not be good for your foam or your flowers. And then I keep one so that during the week, next week, whenever if you want to go ahead and water these again, then you can just pour it straight, dissolve it and pour it straight into the arrangement. I started this out and then I saw that my camera wasn't recording, so I'm going to show you this briefly and explain. I've got a floral brick here for fresh flowers, and I am soaking it in the water that I have prepared. I cut it in 2 because I'm going to be making this arrangement with something in the center. I'm leaving a spot in here where I'm going to put the candle holder, and then I'll be putting like some berries and things like that to disguise it. But here we are. I'm going to take these down. When you've got people over for any kind of event, you want to make sure that this is sturdy, because the last thing you want to do is put all this time into making this arrangement and then it tips over, and that's not good. So we're going to anchor it. Now, this is floral tape, and you don't have to use this, of course. I am going to put the link down below in case you're interested in doing this, because if you're going to be doing this more than once, it might be worth it. So the tape you can purchase on Amazon or any place like that, and you're going to adhere it to the sides. If you can see that right there, the sides. And this tape is I don't want to say water resistant, but it holds water. So if you used Scotch tape or anything like that, it wouldn't hold as well. However, if you don't want to make this purchase, because we are trying to save some money here, then you can use that. Just make sure that you anchor that Scotch tape really well around the corners. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'll come right back. Okay, this is what it looks like after I've taped it. If you'll notice, I wanted to go ahead and anchor it long ways, but I left a spot in there for the candle to go into. You don't have to do it that much, but honestly, I just want to really keep it settled. And look, it's not going anywhere. So this is why you want to go ahead and tape it. And also, I wanted to point out that with the tape and everything else that is not a flower, I use regular scissors. But when it comes to your flowers, you want to make sure that you're using a proper set of shears to cut your flowers. If you don't have them, it's okay. Just take a pair of these scissors and really wipe them down really well with alcohol, because you want to go ahead and sterilize it, because bacteria can grow really quickly when it comes to flowers, fresh flowers, and that will kill your flowers faster than anything else. I used some artificial greenery, things like that. It kind of gives it a little bit of a base. And if you see here where the tape is, I like to try and hide that tape a little bit with some of the greens. So I have some greenery that I picked up from the dollar store. I don't love their greenery, but I wanted to keep this as budget friendly as possible because you can still do this and have a beautiful table arrangement or an arrangement anywhere else in your house. And it doesn't have to be expensive. I've got some of these, which I purchased a while ago. And if you saw any of my previous videos, I used these in a previous video. And that's the great thing about using artificial because you can pre-use it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and kind of make a little bit of a collar around here. I'll zip through it pretty quickly so that you can see how I did it. I went ahead and got one of my turntables. This is just a cake stand that swivels. Generally, I like to use this, especially when I'm doing a video because it's hard for me to see the other side. But you don't have to use this, of course. It's fine. But it does kind of help you, especially when it comes to keeping things balanced. Okay, so I do have a lot of flowers. So I don't think that I'm going to put that much more when it comes to the greenery. I'm probably going to put a couple of acorns in the middle of this and some berries. And I also have some decoration of some little gold reindeer that I got at the dollar store. So we'll be doing that as well. These are a daisy, kind of a daisy, and then these others are mums, and these are wonderful flowers to use in flower arrangements. They're sturdy, they last a long time, and like these, they're pretty large. I'm going to cut this on an angle so that it goes in better. Oh, these are my favorite. These are called Hypericum berries, and they're just so cool. I love those things. They're great for like really doing some, design work. And they're really great when it comes to like boutonnieres and things like that, because they're small and they can give a nice little accent. So when you have a stem that's kind of weak, and usually these stems are not weak, but I don't know if you can tell, but I'm taking it at the base and pushing it in. You don't want to try and push it in from here because it'll break. Also, don't put your stems in and cut them too long because then you just have extra stem to try and deal with. All right, I'm going to go do this. You'll notice I'm taking some of these small ones and I'm putting them right by the tape. I'm trying to camouflage that tape as much as I can. And the smaller flowers like this are great for that. Also, some leaves and things are really good for that. So I hope you have had the time to take a look at my other videos, tutorial on putting an actual bouquet together from flowers that I purchased at the grocery store. You can purchase your flowers at a farmer's market, or some people have beautiful flowers in their backyard. Use them, why not? Flowers are just something to enjoy. I love them. Some people say, oh, I don't want to buy flowers, they're just going to die. Well, that's true. But if you prepare them the right way, then you're going to get a couple of weeks out of them. And that's what I'm trying to do, is to show you how to do that. Now, if you have a bouquet, after about the first 4 days or so, go ahead and take any of the flowers out that have died, or I like to say expired. So take those out, and then the ones that are still good, just trim about an inch off the bottom of them and put some fresh water in the base, and you'll get to enjoy them for another week, most likely. That's one of the things my customers loved, is that my bouquets lasted a very long time. The reason I started my YouTube channel is because I want people to know that anybody can do this, and you really can with just some instruction. I personally didn't have anybody show me how to do it. I started because my niece was getting married and she asked if I would do the flowers to her wedding, and I said I would, even though, I had very limited experience doing fresh flowers. And then from there, word got around that this is what I do, and people wanted to hire me. So I ended up opening up my own business and was very successful. But I also was an IT project manager, so I did both at the same time, and it was quite a busy, hectic life. But I loved it. This was my stress relief, really, because, being a project manager is quite stressful. And this was just a great outlet for me to people do different things. This was my outlet. I wanted to show you a way that you can use flowers like these. I'll be doing a wedding series coming up, and in the wedding series, you'll see me do a lot of it. Florists do this all the time, especially if there is like a week head. Also, if you want to kind of bend your flowers a certain way. I have some floral wire, and I'm going to show you really quick how to do this. Cut off a small section of the wire, and let me get a different one. Okay, so again, I was showing you how weak these are. I'm going to put this wire through the base. I'm going to take that, show you real close. The base of that stem, and then pull the wire down. It's kind of going to be like supporting that stem. And then here is floral tape. And again, all these products that I'm using, I'm putting the links down below. Again, you don't have to do all of this, but if you start getting involved in floral arrangements and you want it to, be as professional as you can, then I suggest, using some of these products. And this isn't a sponsored video or anything, but it does make things easier, and it really helps for your designs. Okay, so this floral tape is very sticky, and I just attached it to the stem including the wire, and then it just breaks off. But it's very sticky. I also do this technique when I am doing flowers on cakes, because I do that as well. Okay, so see that? That is going to allow me, because it's a much stiffer stem now, to actually use this and put it into the arrangement, because I really like these flowers. I'm going to go ahead and do a lot of the arranging. I'm going to probably just pause this video and I'll come right back. So I wanted to stop and show you how it's going. I put in these white sunflowers, which are really cool. And they have pretty sturdy stems. And they hold a good amount of space, take up a good amount of space. The other thing are these, they're called astromerias, and they fill things out. So what I'm trying to do is I've lengthened this because I do want this in a table like this. But now I'm starting to build a little bit of a dome. Okay. And trying to fill some of those spots now that are open, and I'll be filling those with some mums, and I've got several carnations here. I'm going to start filling in some more of the areas, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and thank you for staying with me so far. I hope that you are enjoying this demonstration, and I hope that you will follow me on my channel as I can bring you lots of interesting things when it comes to real flowers. And I also decorate artificial flowers. So my next demo is going to be making a regular holiday wreath that you can use for decoration around your house. So let's go ahead and finish this up. I did a lot of filling when it came to using the real flowers. Now I'm going to use decorations to kind of just, as I like to say, zhuzh it up just a little bit. So, pardon me while I put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. I've got a couple of acorns here. I'm going to put the acorns in. I'm also going to use those hypericum berries that I just love so much. I've got some cranberry to put in along with my cute little reindeer. Let's go ahead and get started on that. I'm going to put the acorns in first, and I have this pretty fill with flowers. So what I'm going to be doing is kind of trying to find spots in here that might need to be filled or just need a little bit of accent to them. All right, there you have it. This is our complete arrangement. Isn't it pretty? This is just going to be so beautiful on your table for Thanksgiving. And I'll probably be doing another demonstration of real flowers for Christmas or, you know, whatever holiday that you celebrate during the holiday seasons. Give me a minute. I'm going to show you the table all done up. And here you have it, a beautiful flower arrangement for your Thanksgiving table, for your family and your friends to enjoy. Happy Thanksgiving and be blessed.